the kind of trainings we were privileged to go through, that we gave ourselves to, because, if we did not, I think that's something highly commendable about our generation.
Doing some courses, you're learning.
Yeah.
If you're talking about you learned, finding the next generation as a struggle, because they also used to assume they know. You watch something of the internet or nothing, it works real time. And then you want to work at your own pace, not at a global pace, and all kind of conversations around that side. Good to have you on our show today. It's fantastic. These are not common audience that you have every time. Everywhere you go to in Nigeria, there's something called Gigi. And then you're wondering, what are the people who are making these things happen? What's the brain behind it? Somewhere along the line, you don't even know how powerful marketing can be until you begin to see the effects and the impacts it makes on people's lives. So today we have a superwoman who is in charge of most of those activities, who is behind the thoughts and all that happen with Gigi. So I want her to introduce herself, tell us about yourself, give us insights into who you are.
Interesting introduction, I must say. That was flattering. Maybe not, but that was good. It's such a pleasure to be here. We've been in touch for a few years now. I was literally scrolling through LinkedIn. Where you reached out to invite me to have this conversation today. And I said, we've been exchanging pleasantries for at least 3 to 4 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's such a pleasure meeting you in person.
Exactly.
Having that brilliant conversation we had before now that we're not going to speak here. So first of all, my name is Majolie Obaje. I lead PR and marketing at Gigi Africa. I currently manage marketing and PR for one of our biggest markets, or two, rather, Nigeria and Kenya. And of course, it's been an exciting journey since 2021.
Wow, so you've seen all the new stuff that are happening on Gigi, and the list the brain behind it. So let's just keep it like that. We'll say
there's a huge business behind it. We're just playing our parts. Yeah. It's a huge ecosystem. I can tell you, in Nigeria alone, we have over 1,000 staff.
Wow.
Yes, across various business units. This is just Nigeria. We've not talked about Kenya. Beautiful people, brilliant young minds. Ghana, Ethiopia, Tanzania. We're even in Bangladesh now. I'm not sure you know about that. Yeah, we've expanded into Bangladesh. Yeah.
So, you've had experience across marketing, done marketing, and I see that wearing those two caps with PR, it's usually not an easy cap to me, because sometimes, what the people out there see is, this person does marketing, so one category, PR is one category, but combining them, tell us what happened. What's the story behind that?
There was an interesting transition behind that. You already know I used to get an agency girl. Yeah. On the agency side for over 7 years, 2012 through 2021. Wow. Right. I had previously worked with Leading Point. In fact, Leading Point greets this girl, this woman they see today. That was where we learned the groups. I remember going into Leading Point or working in, accompanying a friend to apply for a role. And I just had my CV just in case, that's. And then with someone I like to call Ogaroko Anabi.
Wow.
He gave me the opportunity, gave me the chance. The door that I remember sitting in his office, and there was this box of litte on his table, right? And he said, just sell this product to me, or just come up with the marketing strategy for this product. If you were going to market this product to a new audience, right, to the younger generation, what would you do? Right? You realize I have thought about that previously, because my mom would always have 2 tea bags of Lipton tea every morning. boiled to 100 degrees centigrade. So you literally had to put them in the electric kettle and allow to boil, over. And she had this consistent every morning. So growing up as a child, I always wondered why. And why did we also not have that kind of feeling towards, so I always had to think about, if we were to sell this to younger generation, how would we present it? What stories would we be telling? How can we, make it resonate more with the younger audience? So sitting on that statement, that it just made me realize that I was literally born from this, because I would always ask those questions that us as marketers are required to ask when you look at a product or a brand. Very simple questions beyond the packaging.
Yeah. How do you get good?
And one of its features, question, what is it about this product that connects with my story? How do I know this was built for me? How do I know that whoever curated this product had me, my story, where I'm from, my language, my persona? How do I know that this was built specifically for me? So that's like talking emotional saying now. So that's the background I had. I remember answering that question from that place of knowledge that was born out of curiosity. And that was how my journey into marketing began. Over the years, managing several accounts, of course, tens of brands across
Wow.
conglomerate was moving on to DDN.
Oh, yeah.
Another learning curve for me during the business to becoming the head of marketing operations, which meant beyond managing the portfolios and accounts, you're managing the people behind those portfolios and accounts from your side as the agency, as well as managing the entire people from the client side.
Wow.
Transitioning as well into the commercials, because that was the point where you needed to sit in business meetings and they're talking commercials. Numbers beyond portfolios.
Yeah, because I know you guys do a bit of activations and all of that.
Yeah, we did. GDN did lots of activations, managed some of the biggest accounts, I think, to date.
Yeah.
And one thing that I feel has made that business stand out to date is the audacity to tread where others want to think twice. And I think that's something that Victor Afolabi, as a founder, a business journey.
I've said to him, that across several things.
So being under his leadership and being trained to be that person that would see that we can tread new quarters, we can, there's nothing holding us back. We can literally look at impossible situations and that in 24 hours or something this around and you eventually not very close. The truth is, these things come with experience, moments where the field and you had to step back to reevaluate, take learning and reapply those learnings. I know all of those have really built me into this person I am today. In 2021, I transitioned from the leaders side. And of course, my surgeon took me to GG.
So that side now, I would like to hear your story in GG. So how come you grew through the ranks? Now you're managing other countries. What's it like?
I would say, first of all, the hunger for growth. The hunger for growth took me to GG. The disdain for mediocrity. Maybe not mediocrity, but when you keep doing the same thing and you get to a point you realize I want more, I can do more, bring more. And you take that more with all of the fears that come with it.
Yeah.
I always tell younger people that when you get, there will always be stages of growth, and I'm sure you've also had your fair share of this. There's always that point you get to and realize within yourself that it's time for your next level. But on the other side of that imminent conversation is this huge fear. of am I really ready for this? Can I really do this? I tell younger people that once you have that equilibrium, right, the vision that it's time for your more, you can literally see your, and then the fear that tries to go you back, you know that's your signal to move. It's
Interesting.
It's that.
Okay. So, with a lot of work you do with the classified space, yeah, how integrated they are?
That's a brilliant question. 2021, when I joined GG, the AI wave was just getting started, with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. So that was the era when people started bamboozling us with, especially on LinkedIn. You're like, okay, brilliant piece. That over time realized, okay, this was AI. It's an interesting wave. And the truth is, every 2-3 decades, there's a new wave. Once upon a time, we had the internet wave. For those of us that are... it's when you literally spend hours at some workout phase, like space talks, all of those days. And you realize that with every wave, marketing also evolved.
Yeah.
Correct. If every wave, marketing evolved. So with the AI wave, we're also seeing a lot of evolving and growth within the marketing ecosystem globally, right? And it's interesting to see how businesses are adopting AI right now. Kind of infusing it into their day-to-day.
Yeah,
And
everything
AI
now
will grow their businesses. And that's the space we're in right now. For us at GG, we saw this quite early. The same way we saw the wave of remote work early, hybrid work.
Fantastic.
It might be interesting to know that as far back as 2019, GG already started. 2018, 2019, the remote work, hybrid work culture already existed. That's GG.
Fantastic.
What I will tell you is it's a business that invests a lot more in infrastructures that empower its people, right? And so you work at GG, you can work from anywhere in the world. You have all of the tools and the people to enable you, right, to deliver results. So we saw the opportunities with AI quite early, and we began to explore, we began to test then several tools, over time. And we got to a level where we realized AI is here to stay. How do we collaborate with this wave to move not just our business forward, but also the people we serve? I'm sure you recall once upon a time, the scam culture in Nigeria was at its all-time rise. It was crazy.
Yeah, one of about mad.
The classified ecosystem was hit. There was rarely a day you would not see online that, I paid for something in laptop that I got at an incredibly cheap price. So I hear from this person,
there's a
crazy.
Friend your office like your offender, go and list your number on GG. And put the price where you
Oh my God.
So put it and I from 17 out there until come and buy for the 200,000 and put the person's phone number, then the phone go.
Oh my God. Machi just sharing this story. Crazy stuff. But there was that era where every day was everywhere. Oh, and I did for this, I didn't get that. What I ordered versus what I got, it was crazy. And one of the most profound things that we have done as a business was the point where we began to leverage AI to improve our safety infrastructure.
Yeah, because the credibility of your platform is very, very solid. I see people buy because that credibility is a real business. That's once people can trust what they purchase there, or the people they connect with them. So
absolutely, because over time the business had to. We saw the opportunities with AI. How we could collaborate. Now I'm speaking of AI as though it were a human. How we could collaborate, leverage some of these tools. Of course, bringing in brilliant minds into the tech team to make this happen, and it did eventually. The safety system as an infrastructure now, and GG is AI enabled.
Wow.
So beyond having the human moderation team, there's a solid human moderation team globally, right, that manages the moderation processes at GG. We also have the AI enabled. So it's like you're doing your two-factor authentication. That's it.
That's it.
So you have the human-led part of it.
Yeah. Then you
which sees through the end-to-end safety of the entire ecosystem. But then there's the AI-enabled part. So where there's a fault in the human covering, AI doesn't miss it.
Yeah.
And where there's a bug somewhere, the human side, they got to see this and then fix. That's the structure that has worked consistently working for us. And my interest is right now on platform. Scam situations have reduced below 1%.
Wow.
You don't want to 0%. So wave
That is interesting. I need to come and sit here and get some secrets.
Well, we can always say that's nice.
Okay, so for a young person out there, I've learned digital marketing, I've learned SEO, I've learned all the things around marketing. Now AI is here. It is about prompts, strategy of generated prompt to give me contents, talent that prompts. So what's the future for that kind of person in this space now?
The future rests on their ability to master their crafts beyond the tools. The tools exist to help. They exist to drive efficiency, turnaround time. So, for instance, a marketing strategy document, these things now. Once upon a time, we spend days.
Yeah, okay.
So 6 weeks, you realize that right now you could spend less than 24 hours and you turn out a very good.
Yeah, very solid document.
Very solid document. And that's because beyond your knowledge, beyond your expertise, beyond your experience, there are tools that now exist to, hasten the process. So rather than spend hours designing your deck, leverage systems. So I don't want to mention them because, of course, we're not promoting the next year. They don't really know, obviously.
Exactly.
Right. So that's it. So beyond understanding the basics of marketing strategy, creative writing, stakeholder management, budgeting, P&L, and the rest of them, you also need to master the art of leveraging these tools. It's like learning to drive. Right? You learn, you go to driving school, which is why I encourage young marketers today to pick an interest in AI because it's here to stay. In fact, the next wave would ride on the shoulders of AI because AI still rides on the shoulders of internet, right? Machine learning as well, and all of those. So whatever is going to be the next wave is definitely going to ride on the shoulders of AI. And the much you know, the much you are able to navigate would also determine how much you'd easily transition to the next one.
So do you mentor your way? For the way you're talking, I think you have that program or you mentor young people.
So I do that on a person-to-person basis, starting with my team. I found that as a younger marketer at the time, I had leaders I looked up to. I still look up to dates. The likes of Mr. Ogbanagi, the CEO of Linkpoint Resources, Victor Afolabi. That's detailed. You find that everywhere I went to had the opportunity to, pour out of myself and of course learn a lot. I also ensured that the bridges were kept.
Yeah.
And those bridges keep giving me access to these leaders today. So I'm a product of mentorship. I'm a product of training, rigorous training, the kind of trainings that will take you to the passive and you literally cry out to eyeballs. And then you come back, you sit down, you now approach work from a very positive mindset. Yes, you may have looked on this one, But now the focus of the learnings, you move. That was a training I had. I know that for lots of young marketers, again, the Gen Z, of course, I'm saying this in a good way, right? And this is not to break any stool, right? Any table. The kind of trainings we were made to go through, and you probably must have had your own fair share of this. Somehow I feel it's missing today with young marketers, right?
Mental health is their problem.
Thank you. When it's like mental health, it's a valid one. It's a valid one. We need to understand that there's so much competing with eyeballs to do the brain. The brain is getting overstimulated. At the time, we read more than we spent time on our phones, TikToking,
Exactly.
doing all of those things, flipping. Right now, there's so much competing with the brain. So you understand that the issue surrounding mental health and work would always be a conversation to have. And that's why the now of work is one that's integrated work into your life, right? Into daily life, and then find that balance. It's not that era of work-life balance that we used to see back in the day. But the point I'm making is the kind of trainings we were privileged to go through, that we gave ourselves to, because, if we did not, I think that's something highly commendable about our generation.
Yeah.
Allowed ourselves to soak it in.
Even now, they still say that you're doing some courses, you're learning more.
Yeah.
If you're talking about you learned, finding the next generation as a struggle, because they also used to assume they know. You watch something of the internet does not mean you. If it works real time, and then you want to work at your own pace, not at a global pace, and all kind of conversations around that side. There's one magical question I always like to ask. It would be tricky, and I want you to help us answer that. That's that part of it.
Guys, it's that tricky.
Yeah. So the question is, in marketing or PR, of course, none of us will talk about PR, so I'll ask you this one. Getting up there. This segment makes me ask very interesting question. Like, I need to say something about 20, 21 times to make a business purchase. Usually. And you do remarketing, you do advertising.
Targeting.
Yeah, to make sure I see consistent there. You do look alike, all of those things. And I see the ads and I make a decision. I don't want to buy it. Keep showing me that on buy shoe, keep showing me shoe. I go to the beach and I see some people dressed in a beach wear, especially the other gender. What is the purpose for me as a man? What decision am I supposed to make after I've seen it 21 times? Is it self-control? Is it marketing and advertising to make a purchase? I may not purchase what I saw on the beach, but at some point I will decide to make a purchase. How do I handle that? Because now I'm just there like that.
Okay, so I would answer this from the principles of consumer behavior. What you are exposed to over time begins to take effect or have its impact on you, consciously or unconsciously. So what's your dream car right now?
Dream car right now?
Yes, let's talk about.
Okay, maybe, so the next car I want to buy is maybe the probability car. I'm trying to, I want to buy a Majolie, so maybe 600, that's the next car I'll buy.
Beautiful. Have you noticed that the moment you set your heart to wanting to acquire a particular item, it looks like somehow there's something that happens and begin to see it everywhere.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
I don't know. I just actually.
So that is what marketing mimics.
Okay.
Do you understand? So you are on your phone and you have searched LX 600 and you have admired it. Oh, sleek. Oh my God, look at the dashboard. Oh, next drive. Make I go arrange my calls. And then you send a timeline to it. This for my 40th or my 50th, right? What happens at that point in time is the algorithms pick this as your interest. And that's how digital marketing works. The algorithms pick this as your interest. Sometimes go as far as even checking prices, which is where did you go in? Because an average person who wants to buy a car today in Nigeria. See, guys, this is not showed up bad. This is proven, right? This is real. You want to check for a car today. What platforms would you check?
Yeah, Gigi is the first place to push in.
So when you check for that particular country, what do you think happens next? Because there are marketing jobs.
So two things. As I used to say, Google's targeted based on keyword. So I've started to that keyword.
Fantastic.
And then the Meta finally start to give you ads based on interest. So that will obviously
so you begin to see. Do you understand? So retargeting makes sure that we do not lose those interests. There was a reason why you checked the first time. We understand, and this is what this is. It's practical, but this is what we can't take it back to the whole AI conversation, right? Because there are things that AI obviously can all do.
Yeah.
That require beyond your human intelligence to experience the cultural nuances.
Yeah.
Right, that forms human behavior or consumer behavior. Right. So we already know. Of course, consistent research has proven that once there's an intent, two things are likely to happen. You either make the purchase decision at that moment or you don't. Right? To defer that decision over time, it might be from a place of you not having the money for it at that point in time. It might be an aspirational need or an aspirational want or something you just want to check to inspire you from the next level. This is where the human storytelling begins to happen. So I see that you have shown that intent. There's an interest you have towards this particular car. However, we don't know the story behind it, but we understand consumer behavior behind such things. Right? When people search for cars, there are questions you can ask. The why. Why did he search for this particular car? Could it be that his friend just bought this car?
Yeah.
He hasn't had the opportunity to see the car itself, so decides to look it up online. Right? Or is this going to be his next upgrade?
Yeah.
Right? Is it that he wants to buy it, but he doesn't have the finances right now? Is that where we begin to talk about car financing? And so we begin to build our storytelling around these possibilities.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah.
Because we know that is what the typical human behavior. These are insights. I'll take that.
Because ideal.
So at the end of the day, the next ad you are seeing is telling you, are you looking so great?
Yeah.
Do you know you could get your next upgrade right now without breaking the bank? 10% initial payment at the car is just that is where the storytelling, because at the end of it, that's why you cannot separate the story from the people.
Yeah.
This is something that AI on its own cannot deliver.
Yeah.
Right. So, because I know we're going to get to that part of the conversation where we talk about AI replacing marketers on dot seats. The conversation that is literally all over the place right now. Every time someone has asked me questions around AI marketing PR, they will always do that going to talk about AI taking people's jobs or not, AI replacing marketing or not. Look, there are stages in, marketing planning, strategy, and execution that require human leadership. And that's the conversation we're having right now. Knowing the kind of story to tell, why you are telling the story, why it resonates with this particular audience. What the real pain point at this point in time is and how your story is resonating with them, is making them see or drift through what you're saying. So that's it. So that's the reason why you keep seeing that ad over and over again. The fact that it's already here in your head. You have expressed that intent by searching. The algorithms have picked, all of those They've followed your digital footprints, right? And we have lots of digital footprints. We might not know it, but just go type your name and see what comes up. Pretty much everything you have let out there. Your car, maybe a picture you took in your current car, or your family in church. You know what we do in church these days, all of those media things are. There's so much information, micro information about the audience out there. So the algorithms will definitely, pick one of this, and it's a lot easier to see where you are right now and how we can move you closer to making that purchase.
Interesting.
In your business, what data say? Beyond the publicly available repository of data, which is still fragmented, by the way. For your business or your ecosystem, what's data say? What's it telling you? Right? So what we do now is literally analyze this data and then see the trends within the data, the insights, and then we build our stories.
Okay, fantastic. That's a good insight. So, just as we brought to a close, I'm beginning to think, I see every time they can carry the laptop or device, iPhone, becoming content creators, trying to be an influencer, trying to outsmart another person, think their performance will be better than mine, have my engagements, dealing with vanity metrics, but have a number of likes, comments, to the end not share me, and then everybody want to, all those kind of things. What's the future? Are there some level of replacement that's meant to happen? Are there people who are there to do what they do currently? And if it's going to happen, what are the ramifications? What are your predictions? What do you see? Because now we have I read some data. I remember when I read that about 41% of the songs, though they don't issued by with Spotify now got about the AI. I was taking a class about 2 weeks ago. We're running a session for 6 weeks. And I give them a task. Everybody should create a music, do a cover and upload it on YouTube.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, I was doing a review of them. None of them had less than 1,000 views within a week. So consumption is crazy. From data insights to video consumption is very crazy now. Online, because that's the next future of what we're doing. So are they things that we should start taking note of? What are your predictions? But I'll still ask you one more question about, do you guys have a future with video purchase and buying on your platform? Because I find nothing. So
amazing question. For young content creators, digital savvy young people, we must give it to them first of all. These are people who have created a space for themselves.
Yeah.
Right? Many of them have become self-employed. Many of them, they brought in the freelance wave, right? They created these opportunities for themselves. So that would like it about leveraging what they could access, their phones and the internet. So we must give it to them. Secondly, there's a lot of creativity as well. I could mention a few names, brilliant content creators we have today in Nigeria. We saw them start, probably didn't understand what it was they were doing. But you've seen many of them who now use their platforms, to move certain important conversations forward.
Yeah.
There are quite a few of them. But we can't shy away from, of course, the other side of it. Those who just exist within the ecosystem, in the guise of, in fact, there are people who are now self-acclaimed digital marketers, social media marketers, so even marketers generally, who have not exactly earned the right to call themselves that. But I mean, we're not NIL.
Yeah.
I'm sure NIL has, I'm sure they have something they're doing to really create some solid stop gaps, some gatekeeping to how people, come into the ecosystem and begin to identify themselves as marketers. Something is very important. You might have the flair for the space. You might have the tools, but do you have the knowledge? And are you learning? If you don't have the knowledge, are you learning? What courses are you taking? What mentorship programs are you attending? Right? How are you attaching yourself to, to the solidified leadership structures within industry that you can access to grow yourself? So this is why you find an influencer who thinks vanity metrics is what they can sell to your brand. So someone tells you, I go through my page, a million views. The truth is, if you're on this side, you realize that sometimes the 10,000 views give you more. More. Do you understand? More value than a million views. And that's what led to, you notice that right now there's a transition from the mega influencing space to nano influence. We're beginning to see that some of these smaller accounts actually bring more value. Because at the end of the day, as a business, you invest in influencer marketing. What you really want to see is you want to see people making the purchase decision.
Yeah.
Right? You want to see not just, you want to see leads. You want to see quality leads. Yeah. Do you understand? And then you want to, as much as possible, reduce your cost per acquisition. So I don't give me a million views. I
think there's something I would still do. I most likely bring you back on this podcast, and we need to come and discuss influencer marketing. A lot of the time, I think people don't understand how that thing works. Some influencers don't align to a brand. Some influencer popularity don't take equal conversion.
Yes.
And then that they are the way of galvanizing people does not mean it aligns typically with a brand to lead to successful sale. Because at the end of the day, we want sales, one number, one result, not to be just top of mind. And I think it makes a lot of sense that we're having this conversation at this time. And just in closing, what do you think about AI, the future of AI, the young people, the businesses? So dealing in the classified space, so you're dealing with almost every sector and every category of business. So what are the predictions? What I think? So that when we cut this video in 5 years and 10 years time, we'll put you the reality of what you said. You'll say, oh, she had said this, and this is what's happening now. And if you want you to do the prophet of the future.
Aha. First things first, AI is here. It is here to stay. It is going to be a first of many more to come. Those who get a full-fledged benefits of being in this era where we can explore AI are those who begin to see that AI is a partner. AI is not replacing your business model. AI is not making the key decisions that you should make in leadership. For instance, AI should not be telling you to expand to Ghana. AI isn't doing that job, right? So those who understand this and position themselves, leveraging, sieving through the clutter, sieving through the noise, and leveraging tools that help position their businesses for long-term growth, accelerated growth, leveraging AI, are those who will win or continue to win in the marketplace. And that's what we've done at Gigi. That's what we're doing, and it's working.
Fantastic.
So now this is how business is. I see lots of opportunities for small business owners. And I say this because let's take for instance influencer marketing. Influencer marketing isn't cheap.
Yeah.
There's huge budgets, that has to go to influencer markets. But you see, for instance, tools like am I allowed to you can CapCut. No CapCut.
Yeah.
You do know that CapCut now has a feature where you can literally just upload a picture of your products and it creates several videos for you. While it can do that, small business owners who train themselves to become a to being able to edit content. I see lots of business owners today who literally shoot videos themselves. They learn how to, shoot, do their videos on their mobile phones, and they watch YouTube videos. They follow these very creative and very good video editors who do free tutorials online. They learn and they're able to create their own small ads.
Yeah.
Then they leverage tools like CapCut to, create AI videos in minutes. Then, of course, they put a human touch to it through the prompting, the quality of the prompts, right? So now, as a small business owner, you don't necessarily need to have a huge ad budget, right? Advertising budget to create your advertising materials.
Yeah,
You literally learn these
yeah.
things via your mobile, right?
Fantastic.
You don't necessarily need to pay the big influencers. You have the nano influencers who would, in fact, give him better results, because you could actually have engagements that are results driven. It's paid. Then get there and pay. So your cost per lead, you're doing your costing per lead, you're costing the acquisition, as opposed to evaluatory metrics and all of those things. Small business owners can also explore, engaging in standard influencers. But beyond that, there's also the AI influence that's becoming a thing where you could literally create your own AI avatars.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And you can begin to grow your own platform, but create your own AI avatars and begin to sell for you.
Okay.
Right? So all of these things would come with a lot of learning. With a lot of learning, giving oneself to learning, taking relevant courses that would help you scale up, and then you grow your business. So that's how business owners. It's also, there's also the opportunity for people, for young people, and that's why today I struggle to understand. I'm not saying this is not to sound insensitive. I know that there are people who are currently unemployed, trying so hard to get a job, but the opportunities exist, to get some of these skills: prompt engineering, creative writing.
Yeah, right.
Because even prompting AI to give you quality materials is a skill on its own.
Yeah.
Right? You give AI garbage, it gives you back garbage.
Yeah.
That's the way it works. So those who begin to skill up in, creative writing, leveraging AI, creative designing and leveraging AI tools and the rest are the people who would have a seat.
Because I have a belief that in the digital economy, we can have zero unemployment.
It's very realistic.
Yeah, because everybody will do their own part. People will do logistics, to use the AI. In the packaging side, use AI, the designs, the product development, and you can start developing products that you don't need to ship, which are digital products. Of course, and it's just a consistency over a period. I tell people you're consistent. From my understanding of what I've seen over the years, if you post every day for 30 days, maybe on a TikTok, you'll have 1,000 followers. If you post every day consistently for 2 years, if your content are directly engaging, you would, at the end of the day, be able to earn at least $1,000 every month if you do that content for 2 years. So I think we've done a bit of this. These are practical things we've done. Not for ourselves, but done for other people. So I like your view. I like where you're coming from, and I'll need to bring you back. We need to talk about that things. So thank you very much for coming on our show today. We're grateful. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
We don't get big people like this every day on the show. We don't get people who have this level of insight, strength, and all that they do like this every day. And thank you very much.
You need to tone down on the big people. We're growing people.
Oh,
of course. We're growing.
They say Baba na Baba, every Baba small. So she's learned a lot. I love her work. I've been following her for a couple of years, and I have the privilege of just having this chat with her. And I'll not let you escape this. I will hold you closely. You see me more.
It's okay.
I think we'll do the dinner album somewhere.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, feel that I can get some mindset.
Yeah, and I also I must commend your depth. We don't get to see marketers today,
Wow.
right? With such depth.
Thank
I don't know if that has been your experience too. I've had conversations. Some conversations you ask yourself, how did I even get myself in that space? I mean, we had a very brilliant conversation just before the keynote set, and see the work of knowing more about the work you do has been so inspiring, I must say. You're a man of many hats, and I must commend you on that. And it's been such a pleasure being here. We at this stage, we always look forward to opportunities where we can pour out of ourselves, have conversations that move the industry forward, conversations that move the ecosystem
I've
forward.
even go into the mentorship program we've decided.
No, that's I'll definitely be available. If it's adding value to younger generation of marketers, count me out.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching this show. See you in the next episode.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.